Fucking Ronaldo Ray.
Miss Laura.
Miss Laura face ass. And
Hey, Miss
Laura was at the bar though.
Hey. Well, she was behind the bar. She was bartender.
Yeah.
Hey, I used to stay up late for them shits, bro.
Man.
And then we always
stay up till like 10 o'clock.
Then you stay up for a little bit, watch late videos, and then when that goddamn BET cut come on, that's everybody ready for it.
See, this me. BET cut come on. Hell yeah.
You hear that little cheese music?
Be like, fell asleep. Wake right up when tip drill came on.
Go take them panties off.
Well, they had all of them damn songs. What, you got no panties on?
Ludacris, American Bandstand. Hell, tip drill, all the videos, man. I remember that shit. Give me the tip drill.
Man, listen.
They say they're supposed to bring it back, man, but it ain't gonna be the same.
Well, shit, they got BET Uncut on TV right now, regardless. Like, they.
The first week of Black History Month.
Huh?
You can't.
Oh Lord, Jared could be at home YouTube. You know they got Tasty Blacks now. You ain't gotta go.
What the hell is Tasty Blacks?
Hey, because to me, I don't know. Maybe I'm just freaky deaky like that. But Uncut was just. It was porn. Yeah, because you think about it. The only other porn you was getting at that time, because we had dial-up internet. The only other porn you was getting at that time was the black box, and then some of them joints you had to wait for a certain time for that joint to get clear, and it might not even be fully clear. It might just be clear enough for you to really know.
Is that a nipple?
Right. Hilarious.
So,
and if you had the goddamn Showtime or HBO, you got the soft white porn.
Oh yeah. Late at night. And with that being said, welcome back to the Bar Live Barcast, the podcast that probably won't last. It's your boy Shaw Live, aka Coach L, aka Shaw the God, aka It's good to be at the bar. It's good to be at the bar. And I'm a pass it to my left.
And I'm gonna catch you with my
Hey, black people.
We don't need no music. It's your girl Raven, aka Ray Rocksteady, aka Half Woman, Half Amazing, aka just happy to be back outside at the bar.
At the bar.
We got two special guests with us tonight. I think we gonna pass it.
Ladies first.
Pass it to the left again.
Ladies first. Ladies first. Since it's Women's History Month,
it is,
and always ladies first. So.
You know, everybody, it's your girl Juicy, Jucci in the building here at the bar. I'm happy to be here. Always love being at the bar. Usually behind the scenes, but I'm happy to be here.
Any relation to Gucci?
No, very much so. My dog.
Miss Juicy at the bar. Okay. And we got a special guest over here. Go ahead and introduce yourself to the people, brother.
Hi guys, my name is Brandon B.L. Williams. I'm just happy to be here and be a part of this awesome live podcast. Yes.
Yeah. Hey,
So
there we go. There we go.
Brandon,
hey.
right, humble.
So, what we're going to do right now is, we just going to jump straight into our blackout. And my blackout business for today is our own. Because no. Because I do have another one that I will do next week, but someone told me that I do not shout out our own enough, and apparently I don't shout out Race for Achievement enough as well. So our own and Race for Achievement. Go follow Race for Achievement at Race for Achievement. On Instagram, you can go to our webpage, www.racefораchievement.org. Shop with our own, www.ourown.com.
Thank you for that.
There you have it.
My blackout for the day is not necessarily a business, but a person. So since it is Women's History Month, I want to shout out Andra Day. She just starred in Billie Holiday versus the United States, and did a phenomenal job. And she won the Golden Globe, second black woman in the history of the Golden Globes to win leading actress award. It's like her and Whoopi Goldberg.
Yeah,
And Whoopi won it for Color Purple. It's crazy. That was what, 85?
Yeah, definitely
so
was.
we're definitely gonna shout out Andra Day.
So let's toast to that.
Definitely.
Who you got, Juicy?
Drinking the deep.
So, I got my girl Ashley. She got the Juice Box Original. She makes the little beads and stuff, waist beads, anklets, and things of that nature. So check her out on Instagram, the Juice Box Original, since we're on the Juice Wave, and it's Women's History Month.
Yes.
So women are synonymous with juice.
I mean, if you want to go there, we're not going there.
Like
But
a no-brainer.
I'm just asking. Okay, I don't know. I don't know where that's going, but I'm gonna leave it right there.
don't go nowhere.
what's your blackout, dog?
My blackout is going to be my wife's business,
Okay.
Ladora Williams. It is Adorable Creations. She specializes in styling for kids, women, adults, and also she does the tumbler cups. So yeah, that's my blackout. My wife's business, Adorable Creations. You can follow her on Instagram and Facebook.
And we do our blackout every week, and I want y'all to know that we want you all to go and follow. That's why we dropped the hashtag. That's what we want you to do. So
What we drinking on tonight, brother?
what we drinking on tonight?
Crown Royale.
La Crown Royale.
And some
And since we were on the black wave, we're gonna do a little Crown Black.
It's on black, girl. And I'm blackity black.
Oh, damn it. Oh, yeah.
Man
Damn right.
size pour. Alright.
You boys be sick.
Little OJ. OJ. That's right.
And this time,
Make the try.
we're gonna pour a little more than usual to give it a little more, a more,
Bronze color.
yeah, more bronze. There it goes. More bronze.
A little bronze color.
And what we are gonna call this is
Bullshit.
Drizzy at Bar Live.
Drizzy.
Hence the black man in Canada.
Hey.
Come on, baby. It's a method to the madness. You just gotta really. Sometimes I don't. Listen. It's black. See that? See, fellas. Come on. Ladies. Let me bring you in. Ladies, let me bring you in. Crown Royale is a Canadian whiskey. Canadian, Drake, black Canadian, Drizzy at the bar. Hey, every drink. Listen, and I know it's crazy. But everything has some type of connection, and sometimes I do just bring it off the hip. But it made sense. It made sense. But talking about coming off the hip, we have a specialist in the car salesman or just the car industry as a whole. Because I wouldn't even attach car salesman to what you do. So can you just even just talk to the people and kind of let them know what you do?
Sure.
Who are you? Talk your shit, man.
It's all good. Well, my name is Brandon. Like I say, I'm a senior salesperson at Capital Ford Charlotte. Been there about 4 years. Got a lot of accolades behind, not to boast or brag, but and just wanted to be here to share my knowledge and the questions that we have that we may not understand about the car buying experience, whether you're a first-time buyer or you had some transgressions in your past as far as
I like the way you put that.
some things you couldn't pay a car loan on time, you got a repo. How can I bounce back from that? What can I need with secondary financing? Just to kind of answer those questions that people are thinking or may have.
Yeah, and the thing is, I think a lot of the times the problem is, at least from my own personal experience of fucking up.
Right.
You don't even, for real though.
Right, that's true.
Like,
That's true.
sometimes when you in that situation, like, I could go and do for myself and go get my own car. You don't care how you get it. You don't care what's written on the paper. You don't really care what he telling you or didn't tell you.
Right.
Or the questions that you didn't ask.
Right, true. That's true. Like I said, it's the most, it's the most common set question. So my thing is for people who that never bought a car before, whether you're a college student, first time car buyer, or whatever the case may be, you get those people coming in that have what we call sometimes unrealistic expectations.
Yes.
I have champagne taste, but I'm doing hot dog money. So, it's being real, man. You know what I'm saying? My eyes say I want this, but my credit say I can afford this. And, so the biggest thing I'll just drop jewels about first time car buying experience, you got to have an expectation. Expectation. Right, literally, if you never financed anything before, then you want to have at least some kind of money.
1 second, brother. Train! It's the light reel, but they been messing us up. They know what they doing.
So yeah, if I'm coming into your dealership, I've never purchased a car before, but I have fairly okay credit. What are some of the tricks of the trade, or what should I ask to get the best results?
Okay, and that's real simple. So you said when you said a key word, you said I have okay credit.
Yes.
What's okay credit? Do you have like some credit cards?
Let's go. Do you need a score or what we have on our?
You can shoot it out there, and I'll have an answer for you.
630.
Okay, 630. And you never bought a car before.
No.
Okay. Do you have any credit cards?
Yes, probably.
Okay. And so let's just say that, so there's a difference between a 630 that has established credit
Okay.
and a 750 that's got only a $5,000 credit card. You did enough to generate a score. So what the banks looks for is, okay, right, they're not, well, they know if you're a first-time buyer, they're going to treat you as such. So for them, most banks, they'll look for a vehicle where the loan is not as, what's the word I want to use, much of a risk, that you can afford it. So I always tell people, if you never bought a car before, how much do you make? Because that's a key factor. So you need to have proof of income. Your paycheck stubs within the last 30 days.
I'm a stripper.
Huh? Oh, Lord!
No, that's a good one. That's a good one because I worked at a dealership that they accepted that.
I got back money, but I don't got no stuff.
Listen.
But I can pay for it.
How you prove that?
Listen, well, I've worked at a dealership.
I got it.
I've worked at a dealership where they take that type of income. No, seriously, it's funny.
Money right here.
So we used to have them fill out what you call employment verification form, signed by the owner of whoever they dance for, saying that they made X amount of dollars and they just had to pay extra money down. They had to get a little bit more money up front from it, just to secure the loan. They say, okay, we'll give you a loan, but I'm gonna need 6-7 bands up front, and for them, that's nothing. All right, cool.
And this is at a car. So
this is at a previous dealership I worked for. Now, where I'm at currently, more traditional dealership. Yeah, it's you're gonna have to have a paper trail. So unless you deposit that into a bank account and you consistently deposit every time you cash out that drawer at the end of the night, that next morning you go to Wells Fargo, BB&T, wherever, Chime, wherever, or Cash App, and you put that. You create a paper trail because on that statement it'll have your address for proof of residence. Most banks send a statement every month. So long as it's a current, you're generating revenue and you have a proof that you can do on paper, it suffices.
So my question would be, how long would you
have to be on the job,
or have to be generating that money consistently?
So most banks look for at least a 2-year period of stable income. You go on the job for 2 years, you live at your home for at least 2 years because it shows stability. Anything over 2 years. So in this case, if you just start, I just started my job last month, but I'm fresh out of college. Here's my acceptance award letter. Okay, so it's dated within this date. They're saying that you're gonna make, this is your annual income, gross, and you start on this date. Some banks will take that risk, and you got money. You bring in some financial contribution to the table. I'll take that risk.
I doubt, baby.
I'll take that risk. Yeah.
Make me feel a little bad about
what kind of financial obligation are you bringing to the table? So I got 1,000, 2 stacks down. I got employment letter saying I start my job on this day. If it's not too far out, some banks will accept it. They'll take that risk. Says, okay, I'll take this loan, but it's got to be on this type of car. I'm only going to approve this amount. So for a first-time car buyer, let's use this number. If they're on a pre-owned vehicle, let's say I'll approve you up to 15 grand. Okay. Now, it's going to be a little high interest rate because you're a first-time buyer. You got to start somewhere. Just like when you get out of college, you need experience to have the job, right? Same thing. So we gonna pimp you, but I'm gonna need some money up front. So
we gonna give you that TLC record contract.
right.
Put you in this RAV4.
That's terrible. It's terrible. But they'll treat it as a first-time buyer, so the risk is a little bit higher because they never financed a loan for that period of time before.
So when I come to your dealership and I got bad credit. I got no credit, no money to put down. What you gonna tell me?
I'm gonna have what I do personally, I'm gonna have a real conversation with you. Like, I'm gonna get your expectation to where it needs to be. Like, it's no cap. It's like, okay, these are the odds that you got stacked against you. Let me tell you the hurdles that you got to overcome. So if you tell me something like that, I'm going to get your customer statement. AKA, I'm going to get your credit, and we're going to see, what it actually is for what you're saying. And most people who say something like that, they know their situation. So they're looking for a second chance. So get your credit. I'm gonna need you to go ahead and provide me with your pay stubs, where you live at. I need to make sure that's accurate. I'm gonna need some money down, some kind of financial contribution.
I got 200, and I want the Hellcat.
Not gonna happen.
Damn.
Sorry, not on no Hellcat.
But this is the thing.
I don't even know what a Hellcat is. I know all the boys like it.
It's souped up.
All the boys like it, so I won't.
But it's crazy. It's crazy that you say that because I bought a car from you. Bought my truck from you, and I let you know what I wanted, right?
And what you needed more important.
Exactly
Right.
what I needed, and then this is the crazy part because when I first came, it was like, you know what, dog, this is what you're looking at. I think you should explore your options.
Right.
Outside,
yeah,
that's real.
That's being honest.
That's giving you what he just said. He said, I'm a put you in your expectations and I'm gonna kick it to your phone, right? And then after, but so I went and looked more, right? But the thing is, by the time I was ready to come back to BL, we didn't have to have much discussion,
right? Because
this is what you're about to do. This is what it's gonna look like. This is what you're going to need to do to get it to where you want it to what your expectations currently are, right? What you want to be spending etc. From there, let's fast forward to now having my car over a year. I could do a whole lot of things, including what he said, because sticking to the simple plan of, right, just make sure you pay your car payment on time.
Right.
That's whatever you agree to. That's what you're agreeing to.
The biggest thing is what I've seen is that we're misinformed about what we really need, and it's like I said, it's the realistic expectation you need to have. Like, okay, you want that Hellcat? All right, I can tell you what you need to do to get the Hellcat. You just can't do it right now. But right now, you will get this Camry. So you can get to the Hellcat, because you got to crawl before you walk. You just can't come out the womb and then start sprinting across the field. It ain't gonna happen unless you have buying power, which means
unless
most
you got
people,
the sack, baby.
right? Most people with good credit, they have minimal debt.
Yeah, right.
The most perfect credit score, I've seen a 900 credit score. I've seen a 900 credit score. That's a person with minimal debt and they got money to pay off their problems, and they have some kind of revenue, but they have minimal debt. And that's all credit is. Good credit is minimizing your debt. I got a $10,000, I got a $15,000 credit limit, I only use $250 in.
And so, like, consolidating the joints.
No, not even that. You can have whatever. It's just, even with credit cards, they tell you you want to keep your utilization down to a certain percent, because all credit is saying that you can borrow something and pay it back on time. And if you don't pay it back on time, there's ramifications for it, with a high interest rate or a very hefty late fee. And the three biggest things that impact your credit, and we all know this. Number one, mortgage. Number two, car payment. Number three, credit cards. Those impact your credit the most, because buying a car is the second biggest purchase you will ever make in your life. First one is a house. But the biggest difference between a car and a house A car is a depreciating asset. When you drive off a lot, it depreciates. A house, you can build up and get your money back.
So
Guns and butter.
I got
Guns and butter. Yes, good.
So let's just say I'm all trained.
Oh, train. Yeah, that's cool.
Let's just say, man, credit, whatever. But I got bread. So now I don't fall in line for nothing you just said, right?
Okay.
But I got 10 stacks.
Okay. Sure.
Actually, I don't want to give you my whole 10, so I'm gonna come and say I got 7. What you going? What we at right now? I got 7 stacks, bad credit.
Of the 80s, where I bring you the duffel bag and you give me.
No, it's totally different
no
because there's
paperwork.
laws. Because there's paperwork we have to fill out when you bring in anything over more than 10 grand.
Crack epidemic.
Okay, I'm at 7.
There's a file you have to. There's a form we have to fill out when you come into the dealership with more than 10 stacks cash. But what I would do is at that situation, in that scenario, it's up to the bank. It's not up to me. It's not up to you. It's up to the bank. Yes.
Cash is not king.
No, not in all cases. Because
it depends on what the bank feel like.
Again, it depends on the risk of the loan for the bank.
Okay.
I got all this money up front. Okay, but I don't like her pay history. She was late on this. She was late on that. She's got a credit card that's maxed out. This one's charged off. She charged off this one a year ago. You know, she can get the money, but she can't pay it back. Or he can get the money, but can't pay it back. But he's got all this money. He's prioritizing.
Okay.
Prioritizing. That's why I tell everybody, it's prioritizing. Pay your car payment on time. The key to it is, you know, and I use myself for example. My payment's due on the 20th. I pay it on the 10th. You know why? Because that's 10 days of interest I'm not paying. Because when you're financing a car, you're paying a daily interest. Anybody there that's making payments on a car, you're paying by the day. That's what a per diem or interest is. Whether it's $1 per day, 50 cents per day, or $10 a day. If you got a high interest rate, it's probably like $5-6 a day. So you're paying a daily interest. The quicker you can eat into that interest, pay off that loan quicker. That's why I say don't pay the minimum, even on a credit card. That's credit. Even on a credit card, you're paying daily interest.
A trick I heard or learned is that with a car payment, they say if you can even break it up, like make 2 payments within a month, because it looks like you're paying double before your time.
Same thing with a mortgage.
Okay.
Get a 30-year, but pay it like a 15.
Okay.
Because most people get a 15-year mortgage, you're going to have to pay that big boy payment. But if you stretch it out to 30, I can pay a 15, and on those months where I'm a little short, I can still make the minimum payment. But I've been paying more than enough all this time. I'm good.
I think that's a hack for any financial situation, student loans, anything. My sister does financial planning and all that stuff.
There you go.
Bi-weekly.
Yeah.
Just keep the payments
because
coming.
over time, bi-weekly,
you pay less and you get more.
Facts. Bi-weekly, on a bi-weekly pay schedule, there's 26 pay periods in a bi-weekly schedule. Most people think I'm paying twice more than good. No, that's 24. That's semi-monthly. I know this because I used to work for the dealership that you make your payments bi-weekly. 26 pay periods in a bi-weekly. There's 52 weeks in the year. 52 divided by 2 is 26. Twice a year you get 3 paychecks on a bi-weekly pay schedule in 1 month. That counts. So you eat into that, like you said, you eat into that a little bit quicker by breaking it up because you're eating into that principle.
There is somebody watching this podcast that's just like me, that just heard that information, that was like, bro, that's exactly what they meant. I'm saying here, smart, being smart,
because they sell
bi-weekly is semi-monthly is the same thing.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
Semi-monthly is twice a month on the 1st and the 15th, 15th and the 30th. Bi-weekly is 26 days. You get an extra 2 paychecks every year, 2 times a year. You get 3 paychecks in 1 month. Yeah, and that counts up. That's how it is every time.
Well, shout out to that knowledge right there.
You know?
Get your glasses and
We
put
gonna
them in the
definitely
ear.
test that.
You know?
First
Tell
of all,
people.
welcome back to the Bar Live Barcast.
Well, shoot, y'all be right here with us before the thing. My
Welcome
bad.
back.
The podcast will probably won't last. But yes, looks like the owners, Damian and Jermaine Johnson of No Grease Incorporated, have been wrongfully terminated from their lease in South Park Mall. Or have they been wrongfully terminated?
Hey, listen. All right, nope.
So,
Juice,
Yeah,
juice,
go ahead.
juice,
Check out
juice.
a Black History Month. They just, keep pushing us, but we don't like you said, I really think they should take it out of there. Bring the money. If you know you're making that money there, take it somewhere else.
Take the money somewhere.
Keep your big
So apparently the shop that is in South Park Mall, just to give some backstory, is called Nice of the Razor. So it's supposed to be a more upscale version of the No Grease brand because it's in the quote-unquote upscale mall of Charlotte. That's where all the high-end stores are. So these brothers brought their business in there, changed the name, changed up the branding format, put about $70,000 into renovations into that shop. And now Simon Properties are telling them that they were on a
70,000.
temporary lease and they no longer want them and they're giving them 30 days to vacate.
first.
And they really have no say so because it's all laid out in the lease that we can take it from you at any point in time. Whatever renovations you've put in, we do not have to pay you back for it. You have 30 days. But they're not giving them any probable cause. They didn't tell them why they want them.
Well, we all know that North Carolina's an at-will state.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I can give you probable cause.
What is that?
Brother Black.
And it's
Brother Black. And now they're showing them exactly what we need to realize as a community. We do not need them. They need us. Without us, there would be no America. Without us, you wouldn't have the pyramids because it was people that look like us. It won't white people that can't take the sun in the desert. Right?
True.
So without us, they're probably, and this, don't get me wrong, I know this is a stretch, but I think my ancestors go like this. Without us, there wouldn't be no world. It would not be Earth
Once
without
again,
us.
where was Lucy found? In Africa.
I promise you, without us, I really think that there would be nothing. And maybe I need to try to get my words together on this. But we done bust our ass for this world for so long to where we feel like we could take a break. And that's where that lazy nigga stuff come in. Where they be like, oh, they lazy, all they want to do is sit on their butt. Well, we worked for y'all for over 200 years and for nothing. So I can see how a community can say, well, I'm about to take a break. And whatever break I can get, I'm going to take it. Food stamps, all of that stuff, right? And that's how people get complacent. But I'm not even going to go deep down that rabbit hole because that's going off, but it's going back to our own stuff. And we got to get away from the mentality that because one thing that I took away from that article was the whole pinnacle of being a business, being in South Park.
Yes.
So now we're equating success to white at that point. White is right. But if I'm on the Ford, I'm wrong.
Yeah,
Go on the Ford and let the Ford know that you behind them and that when some stuff go down, don't come breaking in my shit. Because I here for y'all. That's why I'm here on the Ford. Because you remember when I used to be in South Park and I was charging them $100 for a lineup that was, don't get me wrong, I take that back because every time I've had a haircut from a no grease personnel, it was a student and I was getting it for free and it won't to my liking. So that's why I have that taste. But I know a lot of people that go and pay top dollar for them, right? But if you bring it back to your community, and don't get me wrong, that's why I had to touch on that whole stigma of black people tear down their own shit, because sometimes we do.
But I will say this,
our food line ain't
for
out.
No Grease, when the riots happened, when they killed Jeremy Scott, was that 2016, 2017, and they tore up downtown Charlotte or uptown Charlotte, they didn't touch no grease.
And there you go.
I will say that.
There you go.
They did not touch no grease. So.
Because that's how it should be.
Right, it should be. They damn destroyed the army.
And the army deserved it. The army deserved it.
The Michael Jordan story. Even the Michael Jordan story.
At that point in time, because Michael Jordan has been trying to do some stuff, all right, but at that time, Michael Jordan probably deserved to get hit too.
Michael Jordan?
His what you call it?
The story in the
At that stadium.
yeah.
Oh.
And that's right by No Grease. No Grease is
Yeah.
under the stadium.
Shattered.
But I don't know. How you feel
like
about
they
that?
should. Oh yeah, go ahead.
I honestly didn't read the entire article.
It
was just, but I mean, it's hard to say, but it's reality, man. It's there in plain sight. We see it. Whether you choose to do something about it or you choose to ignore it, it's totally up to you. That you're right.
My question is, so do you go and try to get in another predominantly white space now? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so because I got my stance on it, but that's me from my perspective. I didn't put $70,000 into their establishment, you know what I'm saying? So they might be trying to go back to where they can kind of get some of that money back, and that might be in another community. So I'm not trying to be selfish and just say, fuck that, be black, 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 black,
I always try to look at a situation from all aspects, kind of play devil's advocate, look at both sides.
Oh, we got another devil at the ball.
One thing, playing ball at Smith, one thing Coach Mack always said, and any of my, fellow Golden Bulls understand, nothing's as good as it seems, nothing's as bad as it seems, but somewhere in between reality falls. Woo! And that's real. You can apply that to anything, but that's just what it is. Like I say, I look at it from both sides. Maybe from the No Grease side, they're about getting their brand out there, and to just break the barrier. And I get what they were doing, but at the end of this day, they still possess the power.
Yeah.
Until you have the power, you know what I'm saying. You can make change.
I got a request.
Sure.
Can you drop that? Because I think sometimes, because a lot of times we be out here, we having a good time, we drinking, we playing, whatever. And I think a lot of times the people at home, they miss these gems. Thanks. So can you please just go ahead and shoot that by them again? And one of y'all need to grab it and put it in your pocket, man. Real talk, it might save your life.
Possess the power, man. One of the I read a book recently. I don't know a lot of you're a music person. You know who Jay Prince is? Yes, I read his book. Yes, Fresh actually turned me onto that book, and how he did it. You know what I'm saying is he understood what it takes to have the power. Until I possess these things, until I have ownership of this thing, they cannot take this from me because I own this. Steve Harvey touched on it too. Saw some land out in so I went and bought the land. Because
train,
you know what I'm saying?
Train. Hey, that's the real train too.
I own the land. I own everything. That was what your boy did on McDonald's. He found a loophole. Okay, well, you won't give me this McDonald's franchise. Well, I understand you got to pay the people to be on the land. So if I buy land, you got to pay me. So now I got everything.
Yeah, but that's for the people. That's for the people that got the power. I'm talking about that gem that you dropped about where reality.
Oh yeah, nothing's as good as it seems, nothing's as bad as it seems. It's somewhere in between reality falls. And that's true. I don't care what aspect of life you walk, that is a true statement. If you really think of it.
Reality is they don't want y'all to get better, so you have to find some place that's
They don't want y'all there. They don't want y'all there. And I feel like that's the underlying story behind it all. They don't want y'all there, and if you break the barrier somewhere else, there's a great potential that they don't want you there. Who wants us?
Biden wants all of us to get the vaccine.
Oh Lord, I'm not messing with Biden, man.
Is it the Johnson & Johnson vaccine? She said me with powder.
Johnson & Johnson, you only gotta take one shot. That's what I wanted. I want one shot done.
Biden been moving funny.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
What he did.
All I'm saying is Biden got in there, and now all of a sudden stuff ain't as easy as just doing. But when you look at it from a certain perspective, my perspective, it's easy to dang on do it. What you mean? They talk about 50K, they can take 50K off of my student. You know what taking 50K off my student loans to do? But, alright, we ain't gonna talk about that. We gonna go back to vaccine. No, leave me alone about it. You talk about, well, I work for myself, so I can't make me do no vaccine, so I don't really care. Y'all can go. What y'all got to say about this?
I
Vaccine by me.
Western medicine at all, but I mean, COVID is real. It's not close.
True.
So,
It is, man.
you got the smallpox and the measles and the chickenpox. So
But these kids don't get the chicken pox, and I don't know what's up with that, but I'm gonna leave that alone.
Is there's a shot for that now, right?
I ain't never touched none of my kids to go get no chicken pox vaccine.
It was probably when
They
you
got
take
it.
them.
Wait.
It just
When you
stopped.
take them to get their first checkup, and then
So
you
you
give
like
them
It
the-
shots.
stopped.
Manila.
It stopped. No, because I asked questions. What is this? We don't even do the flu shot.
I don't take flu shots.
I think I did it
Nevertheless,
like.
I have a very good immune system.
Yeah,
I ain't
I'm gonna knock
taking flu
on
shots.
wood.
Yeah.
And
That's
hey,
good.
no
Vaccine.
grease. If y'all want us to
Just
build
be
y'all
safe.
something, we built this bar.
You know what I'm saying?
We can build y'all barber shop.
You know?
My bad.
Boy, you crazy.
Drizzy that came to the daggone bar and he messing
Not
with me.
Drizzy.
Oh, you crazy.
I'm feeling light skinned.
Oh,
No, Grease cut that heart,
you're not.
that heart pot in Drizzy head.
Hey, shout out to Dre.
Right,
Got that heart in his head.
Right on me. Let him live.
I'ma let him live, but shout out to Dre, man. Great episode.
Okay.
But the vaccine.
Vaccines, y'all not with it.
Nah, man. I mean, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna say I'm not with it. I'm just not in the first batch. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Let me see what happens to you all first. The few in the proud. That's it. Second shot. Yeah, okay. Second shot. Now your pH off and your left toe missing two.
Boy, you
Boy,
stupid.
listen.
You know.
Some side effects in small.
Nah, I saw a girl say that on. I'm not trying to have my pH off and.
That's real though.
That's real.
Listen,
Hey, that's just facts.
Boy,
I don't know,
1000%.
but I mean, she said, I'm not trying to have my pH off, my credit score off, and I'm not trying to get pregnant or something like that. And I was like,
That all
hey, but my thing is, ain't nobody asked her that, and I hope she don't watch the show because she don't know exactly what she. Well, probably not. Y'all post the same stuff. But I apologize, America. Can we go to a break before they jump on me at the bar?
Oh no.
Hey, count this motherfucking money though, man. Real live jocks in the motherfucking game. Yes, by the way, y'all. Man, real live, man. Hey, break this shit some fun walk, fool. You already know. Get money. Hey, get money. Get money. Hey, count this motherfucking money though, man. I'm on for presidents to represent me. I'm on for presidents to represent me. I'm on for dead fucking presidents to, Lord, I never wish death on nobody. Lord, we gon' be left with nobody. Lord, banksters forgot we can't ever fail prophecy. You wonder what they did when Big died? You wonder what they did when Pac died? 20 years unsolved cases after shots fired. If this verse don't put me in your top 5, you need to be smacked so hard you spin clockwise. Trayvon, Sandra Bland, Mike Brown, why? It's only one God, it's one sky. It's only one people, it's one time. It's only one truth, it's one mind. The government taking orders from the devil. This the only type of rap that's special. MJ and Prince died too, we ain't forget you. You know you can't stop the sunshine. You can't slow down when it's crunch time. This very song for the club if your cup's hot. Right now we partying like Trump died. Partying like Trump died. Partying like Trump died. Partying like Trump died. Partying like I'm all for presidents to represent me. I'm all for presidents to represent me. I'm all for presidents to represent me. I'm all for dead fucking presidents to hold up. Lord, I never wish death on nobody. Lord, we gon' be left with nobody. Lord, allow them to see they lead blindly. Lord, they done use your name to tell lies to me. Huh. I'm from water to wine and sea. I can talk like this cause I got God with me. You wasn't really rich before the deal. Soul is a vehicle your spirit tried to will. The only currency is a good deed still. One line to make the whole hood be still. Celebrate, we will, can't keep still though. Vengeance says we can sell in the heat still. They don't even wanna see me eat a meal or withdrawn one for the thrill. I'm like, kill Mo, this shit is real, Joe. How they planning out the miles on Capitol Hill though? This who the lyrics for. The creator of the universe gon' make your soul the furnace of hell like coal, as it was told. You just can't assassinate evil, but if he die today, who gon' be happy? The poor people.
Chilling at the bar, drinking on some Brazil. Man pulls, oh my God, about to be turned up. Oh my God, got a little OJ, put it in my cup. Shine live at the bar, turn it up. You know away from Peachy Boy, you know already. Hey, there you go. There you go right now. There you go right now.
Box from dead anymore.
Dead
anymore.
Dead any fucking
Yeah, tone mixing, boy.
Hey, boy. Oh, gosh, ain't nothing like it.
Bro, you know I still got that damn video, that picture when we all took to that first big ass party down in Charleston.
Oh yeah,
that
man.
Shit live, bro. That shit
massive.
Because anything that goes down in Charleston is live.
No, I'm with it, man. I'm with it.
Yeah, but sometimes it can be deadly too.
Whatever.
Well, yeah. We were trying to
Understood.
get on the upswing.
I apologize. You know I gotta bring the other side to it. So, welcome back to the Bar Live Barcast, the podcast that probably won't last, so you probably have to catch us on YouTube and subscribe. So we're back here at the bar, and Drizzy just playing with me. I don't even know where we're supposed to be at. Where we at, Ray?
Well, we're back at the bar, and once again, I am super frustrated
Oh Lord.
because the sneaker game is trash.
There's more than trash now. It's fixed.
It's rigged.
It's rigged. It's rigged.
So, once again, Women's History Month, right? So one of the only women VPs at Nike recently had to resign because her punk ass son bought $132,000 worth of Nike and Adidas merchandise, well, shoes, by hiring bots. Bought 600 pairs of different things and was selling it for his own online business. Resold everything, made a profit of $20,000. So basically, he sold $150,000 worth of stuff. Mom Dukes got caught up. She had to resign because it's looking like she gave him access.
Right.
And he's like, no, I just used her credit card. But what got them caught up is that he was stunting on the gram, and they hit him for an interview. Like, how are you doing this? How do you have your own personal warehouse? Because he's only 17.
And silly when it went on the interview.
He asked him not to tell his mother's name. But of course, if your mother's a vice president at Nike,
you can Google your mom. What you
find
talking
out.
about?
So
She's on Google.
I think my question would be, did he get it at a discounted rate?
he said he didn't. He didn't have any coupon codes or nothing. What he did was
I'm trying to figure out.
he used a bot site.
Okay.
And so you know how if you're in the sneaker culture, like there's the sneakers app. To get shoes now, you have to try to get it on the app. Well, now you can't really get anything because the bots come within seconds and buy up everything. So he hired a bot site to essentially do that.
Okay.
And that's how he's been getting his merchandise. But he's like, I only use my mom's American Express.
All right. So, okay. You want it? Here it comes.
Give it to him.
This is why we gotta get our own shoes.
No. But the thing is, we ain't gotta get our own shoes, but you know, we do have some. What's the name of the guy?
Shout out to Saya, somewhere in America. Saya Saturdays.
Starting at about 200 for guys, 180 for females. Hey, don't get it. But I don't see the problem. Like, I get the overall problem, but it's a thing to have bots do it. He found a way to, because a lot of times, I mean, with his mom being a VP at Nike, he has money.
Right.
Yeah, definitely. So I understand that part of it, but his mom has money, but I ran into.
On the credit card.
But I ran into a lot of people where their parents have money and they try to, they're trying to make their own way. So maybe that was his way of making his own way. But like at the end of the day, now you done shit on your mom because now she had to resign, and I think she really didn't have any idea of what he had.
Yes, she did.
I don't think she did.
Bro,
I get $20
that's not how it worked.
Just simply my mom ain't the VP at Nike neither.
So
that $20 is probably equivalent.
If she a VP at Nike, you don't think she knew what was going on?
My man's
that's not how the super game works. You feel me?
That is how it works.
Nobody
knew until he ran his trap.
No.
People knew, but it was on the low. It got publicized.
He knew the infrastructure. That's how he was so successful at it. The only one way he can know the infrastructure is if his mama told him the game. That's the only way it works.
That's not true because Raven you know the game about the bots and stuff.
I didn't know you could buy. I didn't know where the bots came from. I learned on this article that you can purchase bots from a website.
Wow.
I just learned that from that. Listen, I just feel it's terrible that he messed the plug up. That's like you fumbled the bag. Why are you doing interviews?
Yeah.
You keep this
that's what
in
got
the
him.
top and pay for your Harvard education.
He was comfortable.
He was at Harvard.
He got
saying,
complacent.
like that kid is probably gonna go someplace.
How old is he?
He got
17.
He got complacent. He got
he
comfortable.
was 17 years old. He should have been doing the shit.
I mean, but how many things did we do at 17 years old that we weren't supposed to?
Not on that level.
Because our parents are not the VP of Nike. Like he's a risk in trouble. Like that's all. That's
not trouble. He's
in trouble. First of all, she lost her job.
She resigned. They did not fire her.
She resigned, but she felt inclined to resign because of his actions.
Exactly.
Which means
it
that
wasn't illegal though.
But it's a difference. We all know that there's a difference between when you resign from a job and you have something set up, opposed to when you resign from a job because.
And this is all you know.
It looks ugly. That's all it was. It was an ugly look. Like,
and she knew what she had to do. She knew that in order to, because now at this point it's just gonna be, it is what it is, and she'll probably find that job.
She also knew what he was doing.
She may have.
She get her credit card statements like. What's going on here?
But I don't got that much money and shit. I get credit card statements that come to me electronically each month, and I don't look at them because I knew what I did. And she might have thought like, "Oh, I knew what I did this month." But old boy over here that ran up, ran it up right quick.
Can you imagine getting your car statement?
That accountant says, "Yo,
130."
Your accountant is responsible for your
Y'all remember that Disney
financial
movie Blank Check?
Yes. Great Disney movie. It's still on the Disney Plus app. It's on the Disney Plus app.
That was my favorite movie.
Ain't Disney in some trouble or something?
What Disney did? They all racist, so you know.
Tolo. Wow, man.
Funky Cole Medina.
Speaking of rich people, right? I love
I thought she had a finger in her mouth.
Heck no.
TikTok and all kinds of stuff. Talking about you with an iPhone.
You say it's buffalo, I say it's full grown. Hope that you feel this way forever. You can bring a pretty picnic, but you can't predict the weather.
Yo, when this song dropped, I can tell you I was in fucking, here we go to high school. It was like middle school, here we go to high school. This album, Stank on the album?
You look at Snapchat.
Forever never seems that long until you're gone.
My most recent Snapchat.
Hey, 3 stacks.
Facts, all there.
I wish I would. Thoughts of she, thoughts of me.
Go, man. Man, go.
I pray so much about it. Be some pads.
What you about to do with the knee pads? Never mind.
I know you just said I prayed about it. I need knee pads.
Oh, Lord.
Put it in reverse. You know you with me from a cooking.
Oh,
back over there.
We alright. So
Are we back?
we made a left turn. We made a left turn at the bar. And usually when we make a left turn at the bar, we always end up at your baby's mama's favorite segment. The After Bar. So welcome back to the Bar Live Barcast, the podcast that probably won't last, and we're here with your favorite segment.
We got Juicy, we got Ray, we got Shy, we got BL.
Hey, listen. So right now, I think we about to go up. We got a good one this week. So this week's Ask the Bar is, what is proper wedding etiquette?
Proper. Ouch.
So we start with the names.
Let's start
From a woman's perspective.
Women's History Month. So
it's only right.
We'll start because the thing is, a wedding. To me personally, I think the wedding day is more so the woman. And I don't think that there's a problem with that. But I think it's more so you all and you guys are more invested into it than we are. So I am interested to hear. Actually, Juicy, you been over there quiet.
I ain't been that quiet.
Oh, well, okay. Talk to the people, miss. I ain't that quiet.
Jules.
Proper wedding etiquette. You want to know how I should act?
So I don't know. I don't know
Like
exactly
just
what.
any part of the wedding festivities, wedding whatever.
Wedding planner, wedding participants, wedding attendees.
You want to know what I want?
As an attendee, cool.
As an attendee, I want to be lit.
Ooh.
Okay.
What
I want to enjoy the music selection.
Yes.
Ooh.
The DJ
Okay,
gotta be
definitely
DJ gotta be
music.
fine.
Food. It ain't gotta be the bomb, but give us something okay. Something okay that we can tolerate.
Make it black.
Make it black. And I would say
The season gotta be right.
wife and the groom gotta be lit. You know what I'm saying? They gotta match my vibe.
Can't have no dry wedding. Dry wedding.
Don't let me outdance you on your dance floor.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Don't invite me to your wedding because I am gonna outdance you.
I'm going to outdance you on your dance floor.
Especially if you take a proper wedding etiquette, which is you gotta provide me with an open bar, especially if I'm in the wedding. You know why? Because hey, I've been saying this for a long time, and I hope this don't disinvite me from weddings and take me out of weddings. But I'm gonna just be straight up with you. All right. You gonna make me go and put my money down on this tux that I ain't gonna be able to keep, and I'm doing this for your wedding day and all of this stuff. All right, dog, you ain't paid for my tux, but boy, you better have them drinks ready for me. Cause boy, I'm telling you, when that day gonna let you slide, come on. I'm trying to give it to you. I'm trying to give it to you, and I need my tux to be just loose enough to when that thing don't rip on me. You know what I'm saying?
That's speaking get you. I'm gonna be boss up.
Hey, I'm gonna be boss up. I promise you. If you want me to come and celebrate, your wedding, guess what I'm gonna do?
I'm gonna celebrate your wedding,
bro. Oh, if you ain't gonna do it, I'm gonna do it. So I don't need the bride and the groom to be lit, cause I'm gonna be lit if you got an open bar. So if you are listening to this and you plan on having a wedding and you plan on inviting me, especially if you plan on having me in the wedding, open bar.
Man, last wedding I went to was my dog Skinner.
Oh yeah.
Boy, that was like a movie, man. Even my wife was like, "Yo, we had a great time. Like it was like a movie." Open bar. He had more than one bar. They had it in Greensboro. They had it at the golf estate. Man, and all the party, the bride and groom party, they stayed at the hotel. Man, on the golf course. Man, but it was like a freaking movie, man.
See, that's how
they had one bar. All you had to do was tip. That's it.
Yeah, that's how it should be.
Cash out, whatever. Man. And then the wedding before that was my mentee. His wedding was fire in Columbia, man. It was crazy, man. But
shout out to 6Q. He had a wedding. It was open bar. All you had to do was tip, and they had a couple of different bars. Yeah.
Man, that open bar makes a difference.
Yeah, it makes a difference.
KD wedding was.
Yeah, I'm mad I missed that one, but yeah.
Oh, yeah, I missed.
Yeah, I'm mad I missed that one.
Who's that?
KD.
Oh yeah, I missed
KD
it.
Manuel. That
I know that one was fire. I got the invite, but I just couldn't take it.
So
No.
what's your take? I know you got something to say. I know you got something.
We want to talk about Kevin Durant.
Oh Lord, yeah, we want to talk. Oh Lord. We ain't talking about Kevin Durant.
No, we not. No. Y'all missed the
reverse,
joke.
Terry. Back up, Terry. Back up, Terry. Oh, Lord, Terry.
No, definitely. I feel like if you're gonna have a wedding and you're inviting all your friends and family and everything, you should provide the proper vittles for them. Open bar is a proper
what?
Vittles. Wow.
Oh, listen,
I'm going to have to put that one in my. I have to look that word up.
Well, I'm telling you, I got a big show. I got a big show. I never heard that one, but I like that. I don't need to use that.
I like it.
My bad. Go ahead.
I got several weddings that get things. First of all,
Train. Hey, listen. It's only so often that we can hear the train from a distance. That's when they know some stuff about to go down. So I don't know what you about to say.
Going down like
I don't know what you about to say, but I'm ready. So glasses in the air, toast to it. Let's go. Pass the bar.
Zay flew the smoke pop.
Oh Lord. Oh my God.
Oh my God. Okay.
Right.
All right. Open bar. Also,
Train agreed.
this might be a hot take, and y'all might call me extra.
Oh.
But I don't like buffets. So when I get married, I'm not having no buffet. My dinner will be a plated affair.
No, I'm with you. But it also depends on what the budget is, too.
No, absolutely.
But I'm with
That's
you, though.
fine.
You rather have a plated affair. I get it.
What about a
All right.
curated buffet
But
where
this,
we're gonna make your plate, but you do got options. But
As
it's
long as
curated.
my people not getting up. I don't like the getting up, people waiting in line.
okay.
All
right, I
Because
understand.
they try to do
Touche.
it. They try to do it by table, but then it never falls
Right.
right. People
Right.
do whatever they want to do.
Right.
I'd rather my people come out.
Cool.
You check chicken, fish, steak, or whatever the options are.
Right.
Shrimp and grits.
So
Shrimp and grits is
I'm
good.
invited
Being
to
where
a
we're from.
wedding.
she
Being where
crab
we're
soup
from.
because we are from the Chuck.
Fact.
so-
It's a cultural affair in the low country. I get it.
Yeah.
So
Some
I
red
just
rice and
rather
Perlo.
you have your options. You know what it is. I don't want all that. I don't want the line getting crazy and mixed up because I am the scene. Okay, so it's all about me. I need things to be together.
I'm
So this is on your wedding day, but do
You
you
know-
mind it? Do you mind it
No, because
on?
I ain't spend no money. So
Oh, no,
however
no.
you trying to feed
No,
me,
no.
I'm gonna get that. How you trying to give it to me?
Oh no! So I got all right, but so
I got to wait in the line.
I'm invited to this wedding
Right.
that's in Miami next month, and no. Hey, boy, we
Shout
about
out
to
to
go
Dog
see-
Cheese.
But so the RSVP, it was like, you know, what do you want as far as, do you want poultry or meat, so more so chicken, or do you want seafood? And I was like, you know, that's kind of broad, you know what I'm saying? Seafood, I'm from Charleston.
Thanks.
I like, you
From
know.
the low country,
So
right.
I think I like the way he did it, because if I would have got there and it was just seafood, and let's just say that, I mean, I love seafood, but let's just say that I don't, because I like to play devil's advocate.
There you go.
What you want me to do at this point? You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, what I can always say is, when what my original pick was, let me just get the chicken, bro.
Yeah.
Poultry,
Yard, bro.
yeah, you know,
But then that boy dropped
but I
that
can
damn picture in the
appreciate
group.
With
Yeah.
the seafood.
Oh, let me get the
was?
seafood.
What's the
Oh yeah, what's
What's the
What is
seafood?
a half chicken?
Oh,
or something?
lobster.
It look
It's this
good.
big lobster seafood.
Is it a paella?
Nah, I'm talking about 3 lobster tails hanging off the side. I was like,
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, let me go with that
That's
seafood
it
for
right
200.
there. Yeah. Let me get that right there. Because,
Yeah.
you know, I originally picked the poultry. Cause I was like,
Seafood.
seafood.
Shout out to
Can't go wrong.
Shout
Yeah,
out to Jeremiah
he
Chapman.
really
Shout out to Jeremiah Chapman.
specified what the seafood was. So he was like
Yeah.
chicken, but then he showed us the picture of the seafood. And was like
Yeah.
Seafood.
seafood.
Okay, one
Everybody-
Montero.
I think something that was touched on too,
Oh, y'all
that was
chicken niggas
very,
mad.
very important was, bro, first of all, your wedding is really more so about you and whoever you get married to. People just there to say, oh,
The witnesses.
yeah, just
The witnesses,
that's
that's it.
all. But if you trying to do something for the people that's coming to your wedding, that reception, that is it.
That gotta be fire.
That is it.
You gotta have a fire DJ. I'm telling you, the seating gotta be, man.
I'm not gonna lie to you. When I pop that big question, guess what? I ain't even worried about the seat. Cause you know what? If you coming to celebrate this with me, you better get up out this seat.
You know what I'm saying?
We about to put this jersey up in the Raptors.
What?
Oh, with this a party, I might not even have seats.
Now,
you gotta eat at the bar.
Since we on
guess who the preacher gonna be? Rev, JT, Pastor JT.
Boys,
he eating at the bar.
hey, listen.
No real shit.
Since
JT
we
might
talking
my
about,
shit too.
You know what I'm saying? Go through that.
You got people who's invited to the wedding, but not invited to the reception.
Absolutely.
So I get it. Trust me.
Oh, parents gotta go home on my shit.
Well, listen. I ain't gonna lie. You invited to the reception, but after a certain time, first of all, it's 21 and up. So
no kids, and you have the right to do that.
Yeah.
If you choose to do so, you have the right to say, all right, cool, no kids, because for one, I gotta account for them to eat. And for two, this is an adult affair because we about to go in.
We going there.
It's going down like a Catalina wine mix.
Yes,
telling you.
we're going there. And at that point,
fucking Carolina wine mix
hold up. It's a juicy sighting. And I know we didn't ask the bar segment, but Miss Juicy, please talk to the people because you being very modest. You haven't told the people about what you have going on. So talk to the people. Let them know what Miss Juicy got going on. I know you had your black business shout out, but go ahead and talk to the people about yourself.
Peoples, I just want y'all to know that we are doing a podcast, me and my homegirls, QTP007. Check us out on Instagram. Out here still teaching the kids.
Facts.
Loving on our kids.
I believe changing them.
And just living a lifestyle that God allowed me to live.
Speaking of living the lifestyle that God allowed me to live, God allowed me to live the lifestyle to get blackout drunk at your wedding, and don't be calling me the next day talking about I done showed out too much.
Because I'm going to show out.
Do not disrespect me. You see this episode. Because I'm about to get lit. Miami ain't ready. Listen, I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna go off with cheese wedding regardless, but the fact that it's in Miami, I don't know. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. So if you see me starting with a Porsche that look like Mike Lowry with the drop top, hey, I ain't gonna lie, cause I ain't gonna lie to y'all. It's gonna be rented if I do it. I'm trying to talk myself out of it, but myself is telling myself, boy, just go do the damn thing.
Don't take yourself out.
But nah, man. Real talk though.
Also, no, when we say all this, proper wedding etiquette.
Yeah.
Don't be cheap friends. Bring a gift.
Facts.
Okay.
Oh, then she go ruining it for us, guys.
Come on, man.
But I'm sorry.
That's
Sorry,
true,
Mom, but niggas going nigga.
You know, bring a gift. Presents is a present.
Fellas.
I'm gonna give him a gift card to goddamn sisters.
Let me talk to my fellas right quick.
Wedding etiquette. I fed you.
Yeah.
I gave you a drink.
We gave that $20 gift card to
I gave you fellowship. I gave you Vittles.
We gonna listen, I ain't gonna lie. Gift card.
If I was 25-year-old Shaw Live, you would have been talking on deaf ears. I was like, oh yeah, we probably should, and I wouldn't care nothing about it. But I do agree. But the thing is, and like I said, I like to play devil's advocate. Cheese, don't disinvite me. But if it ain't open bar, don't expect no gift.
Okay,
It all go back to
that's
please me, and I'ma do the right thing. The thing is, if you ain't gonna do your red and white right, I ain't gotta do things right on the opposite end as an attendee. That's how I feel. But alright, that's me joking.
So he's basically
real talk, we should give gifts at this point because we're older, we're wiser, we know
what if they don't say.
Well, he said Monday, Tuesday.
What if they don't make it apparent that you need to bring a gift?
Because
I've been to 2 weddings and I ain't bring a gift, but they ain't say nothing.
I ain't see that.
But the thing is,
they can say that I ain't bring this.
But what I'm saying is, I don't even know where I would if I bring a gift. I wouldn't even know where to put it. You feel me?
They
Like
don't have
it's
the
not
gift
even
tables anymore. But
feel
most
me?
people do monetary gifts or like
registries and
or
stuff
registries.
like that. Yeah.
Okay.
But the thing is,
that's a woman thing. I don't know shit about that.
I feel you.
Let your lady handle it.
At this point,
I'm lost.
At this point, though, it goes
this
back
way you need
to
to put high cool.
the education within the black community. Because the thing is, really, if we're gonna keep it a buck, but weddings in the black communities are not normalized. So it's not many married. Now there's a high boost in marriages. Excuse me. I think that goes to the millennials, that generation, our generation, right? And social media, that whole thrill of I want to be proposed and I want to whatever. But really, I'm speaking from my perspective. I'm always speaking from my perspective. Just not really seeing that as much. Not seeing as many people get engaged and get married.
Oh, you know what's
be
killing,
successful with it, actually.
What's killing me is the women are proposing to the men. That is so backwards.
Well, the thing is, what if the guy doesn't know when to?
But still, man, just being from the cloth that we are, there is no way that I'm gonna see a woman get down on her knees and ask a man to marry her. What in the entire Sam Hill? That's a whole.
Well, they getting these from men, so they should be.
That don't mean you don't need
let me get the ladies' perspective on that.
Yeah.
Can you imagine yourself you get down on one knee and proposing to your significant other?
I'm not doing it.
I mean, no ladies of class, of course.
No, but
of course you don't expect that, but that's what society's accepting now.
I mean, if people want to do it, they can do it. I'm just saying.
people live non-traditional. I mean, that's a traditional thing. So some people have non-traditional views on it. But I will say this: if you take your lady ring shopping, get the ring that the lady pointed out.
Nope.
Not some shit
Nope.
you want to get.
Nope.
If you take me
Nope.
ring shopping,
You crazy.
get the ring or something.
A ring is a
similar
representation
to
of the man giving
Then why take
himself
the ring
to his
shopping?
woman.
Then why take your ring?
Just to let you know that you finna get your ass married.
Or maybe,
Shut up.
maybe,
Start acting right in your goddamn house.
Maybe I took you ring shopping to see like
Boy,
what you like. Now I realize that what you like, your taste ain't really in my budget, boy. But I like them shit you like too. But you gotta get this, cause I'm ready to do it now. I'm showing you I'm ready to do it now. But I ain't got my money.
Sorry.
Like you want me to drop 6 bands? You want me to drop 6 bands on the goddamn ring?
Baby,
You know what I'm saying?
got no money. I'm passed out.
But
Like Marty Ball.
But I'm trying to figure out. I'm just saying though, because that's my rebuttal to that.
Man,
That's
like
my
Marty
question.
Ball, man. Well,
What's that? So now what happens?
I mean, I'm gonna be
said
real.
what I
Do what
said.
you can do.
She said.
Because I feel like the person that you're doing it for, if that person is for you, is gonna be alright. It's gonna be enough.
That's my
You know what I'm
question.
saying?
What if he took your ass ring shopping to know that? All right, we in this space right here. This is where we're moving
Then
towards.
that's absolutely fine.
But you don't know that. And that, so listen, just
Finish your question.
listen. So you don't know that he's just trying to let you know that this is the space that we're in, and he got some ugly ring that his mama had that he trying to pass on as an heirloom. And
I want to say something.
oh, I thought you was
about
raising your hand saying you had an ugly one.
Nah.
I was like, damn, bro, don't do that.
No,
I think it look nice.
but this is what I'm saying about the ring. And a woman brought this up to my attention.
gotcha.
A ring is literally a symbol of a man. Like that's supposed to be coming from us to you.
Right. It's a
So it's not
reflection of you.
So it's not about what you want.
So you mean
You need to accept what that man gives you, because that's literally
Wait a second.
I'm trying to figure out what's a
surrendering
reflection.
himself to you.
What is a
At the end
reflection?
of the day, you can
He
always
got a
upgrade.
small-
Yeah, so that's what I'm trying to figure out. What does the ring
Now-
reflect?
now,
I can always
I'm talking-
upgrade it,
well, this
'cause
is
I see
more
other
ain't-
people do that.
This ain't exactly saying
I mean,
my
yeah.
price range don't match.
Hello, bro.
What I'm saying is if you can print, if a man can pick the ring that he wants,
4 years coming up.
like, you know, like I got the ring that I wanted
To give to you.
because it looked like some shit I would make. Like it looked like some good. It was dope. It was a dope ass ring. I was like, no, I want that one. I could have got a bigger ring, but the bigger ring wasn't as dope as the ring I got.
You know, it's not about. Well, first of all, it's not about size or price or anything. But it's
But
about
what if you want size and price with your liking?
Don't get it misconstrued with any of the monetary value. I said what I said, but there's stipulations on it.
Okay.
There's not.
Like
it's not about monetary, but it's about preference. Also, what Zay just said, I got you but it's like you should know your person, right? Because I have like the ring is it's a gift from you and it's a reflection of you, but the woman has to wear it, right? So if the man is gaudy or like say like you know Floyd Mayweather likes big things, like he's all about the show. He gives you some crazy ring, but that's not your taste. Then does your partner really know you? Because they know that's not even how you. That's
they're just
not
thinking off of them.
they're just thinking, oh, I spent $2 million on it, so this got to be good. When Shorty might only want the 20,000. You know what I'm saying? So when I say if you take somebody shopping to get their preference, it's to see what they like because maybe you don't know in that realm,
right?
And then you can go from there. But don't let it be just completely off kilter from what you saw and got the information on. That's what I'm saying.
Gotcha. All right, well, we could agree on that, and it's not much that we have an agreement all with a full bar. So, with that being said, we will pour our last shot. Oh my God! So we can get up out of here. And if you are watching on YouTube, we appreciate you. If you are listening on Anchor, we appreciate you. If you're listening on Spotify, we appreciate you. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts, we appreciate you. If you're listening on iHeartRadio, we appreciate you. We appreciate you. But if you appreciate us, please subscribe. Subscribe. And with that being said, we're going to go into a selection.
I want to thank you. She always bringing Bow Wow.
Bow Wow? Whoa. With that being said,
oh my God.
Until next time.
Yes, I was stand up too.
The words of Russell Simmons. Thank y'all for coming out. God bless.
And until next time, we'll see you here at the Barcast. And I'm sure probably won't last, but y'all can still catch us on
YouTube.
Deuces.
Oh my God.
We gon' set it off. We gon' tear it up.